There's the sign. There's a sign that I wait for every time we do the Livingston Taylor Show, and the sign is "You're live." I'm live right now. Wow. Guess what? Guess what today is? April 19th, of course. But today, this very day, is the 2-year anniversary of the Livingston Taylor Show. When we first put it on and COVID had closed us down, and God, we went through March, and then I started into April, and I said, even if I can't go see my peeps, I gotta go see them. And so we put together the Livingston Taylor Show. And by the way, do you hear how good that darn guitar sounds? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been back out on the road. I've been back out on the road, and I've gotten road hardy again. Now where the heck was I? I was off in Florida, and I was in New Orleans, and a few other places. And the guitar sounded good there, but I don't think it ever sounds better than here on the 2-year anniversary of the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he sinking in a boat? Is he crashing in a plane? Does he understands that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that rain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Two years we've been hanging out. Wow. Livingston Taylor Show brought to you today by WMVY, listener-supported radio on the island of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, which is where we are broadcasting from this very day. Also brought to you today by First Alert fire extinguishers. First Alert, I actually happen to have one right here, a fire extinguisher. And it's extinguishing fire is so interesting. And that's, actually combustion is rather interesting. And you know, the thing that I think about when I think about the human experience, the magic of the human experience, the miracle, it's my personal belief that the thing that separates human beings from all other life forms is their ability to play with fire. And so if you play with fire and it gets out of control, a fire extinguisher is a very handy thing to have. Handy indeed. But imagine that miracle that, 1.5 million years ago, maybe 2 million years ago, that humanoid living in the plains of Africa, barely surviving, barely on the ragged edge of survival. And the fires would burn across the savannas and would leave embers and coals. And they would eat the carrion that was killed, and the cell walls would be broken down, and their lack of really strong teeth and ripping claws wouldn't matter so much, because the fire had broken down all those cell walls, and now all that protein and fat was available, and it dumped into their bodies, and they loved it. And it made them clear-headed and sharp, clear of head and sharp of eye. And then, I like to think it was a young 13-year-old girl who was poking at those coals. And she had an epiphany which changed the entire human experience. She said, I'm going to take it with me. And all that we have, all that we are, is the result of that ability to carry, to hold, and casually use fire. So once again, if it gets out of hand, first alert, fire extinguisher. Handy thing to have and advisable around your kitchens, etc. All right. The other sponsor we have today is International Rescue Committee. Rescue.org. Rescue.org. These people have been around a while, and obviously they're doing serious work in the Ukraine, but it's not just the Ukraine, it's Yemen, Syria, Somalia, and really some of the hardest places on earth. IRC, International Rescue Committee, helping people for 90 years. They were founded at the call in 1933. Albert Einstein, the great physicist. Special relativity, 1905. General relativity, 1915. Albert Einstein. Here's some serious thinking. Yeah, it's they are the largest refugee resettlement agency in the United States. In 2020 alone, they provided 31 million people with access to health care. 2.6 million clean water, 800,000 children with an education. They're working in 40 countries. Wow. Again, International Rescue Committee, a sponsor of the Livingston Taylor Show, and how proud we are here to have them as a sponsor. Oh gosh, what was I just playing? Oh, I was playing the Livingston Taylor Show. This is an Ice Beatles song built on that same shuffle, and they say, you all will know this one, of course. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to have known, and the people that come and go stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. The little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker never wears a Mac in the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Oh, wet beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back in Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass. In his pocket there's a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's It's a clean machine. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer. You see the banker sitting waiting for a trim, and the fireman rushes in the pouring rain. Very strange, Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Oh, wet beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the moment last. Down the cobblestone, oh, feeling groovy, Penny Lane. Dang, I'm sorry. I thought that one worked out pretty well. Yeah. You know, sometimes I'll be playing and I'll think, I love hearing myself play. And yeah, it's a very nice feeling. And so when you're out there and on those occasions where you're really liking yourself, where you really have the sense that you're something wonderful and unique. Don't run away from that feeling too quickly. Go ahead and let it play out as long as it wants. Never to worry, it will fade soon enough on its own, and you'll be back to our usual state of dang. But enjoy it while it's there. Let me see, what are we doing? Oh yeah, another song. In the middle of late last night, I was sitting on a curb. Didn't know what about, but I was feeling quite disturbed. A street sweeper came whistling by. He was bouncing every step. It seemed strange how good he felt. So I asked him while he swept. He said, it's my job to be cleaning up this mess, and that's enough reason to go for me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. I got an uncle, he owns a bank. He's a self-made millionaire. Never had anyone to love, never had no one to care. He always seemed kinda sad to me, so I asked him why that was. And he told me it's because in my contract there's this clause that says it's my job to be worried half to death. And that's the thing people respect in me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. Now I've been lazy all my life, writing songs, sleeping late. Any manual labor I've done purely by mistake. But if street sweepers can smile, then I've no right to be upset. But sometimes I forget till the lights go down and the stage is set. And that song hits home and I feel that sweat. It's my job to be different from the rest. And that's enough reason to go for me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. Yeah, that one worked out pretty good too. Sweet. All right. Let's see. Yes, it is time for birthdays and upcoming shows. Birthday anniversary. Diane Arnold. Diane Arnold, who is my producer's sister. And her birthday, April 17th, well, it was a couple of days ago. And also Diane is a travel agent, and she's my travel agent. And I don't mean to jinx anything, but my travel has gone very, very well in recent years. Yeah, she is so fastidious and concentrated on getting it right. She's the best. Val Ruber, April 18th. Christopher Gavigan. Christopher's birthday is April 19th. It's this very day. And it's the Livingston Taylor Show's 2-year birthday, and Christopher has a few more years than that. And on April 19th, and then coming up on April 23rd, the producer of the Livingston Taylor Show. And it's going to be their birthday on April 23rd, and a fine celebration that will be, because that was a wonderful day nigh those years ago when the producer of the Livingston Taylor Show showed up on the planet. Wow. Excellent. Now, upcoming shows. I'm too much talking. My producer is saying, we'll get to the upcoming shows in a minute. Actually, they're like right here. So what you could do is you could pause.
Yeah, that's fine.
You could pause things and you go. You could pause the Livingston Taylor Show and you could look at these places where I'm going to be. And that would be nice as well. Now let me see. What other... Oh, come on. How lovely is this song? Lionel Bart. Lionel Bart. Is that name ringing a bell for you people? To you, scions of the aficionados of Broadway trivia. Lionel Bart. Does it fall from stars above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of. Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only me? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Every night I kneel and pray that tomorrow be the day when I am beside the someone who I can mean something to. Where is Lionel Bart from the play. Have you got it yet? Because when I was introducing it, it had vanished from my brain, doubtless blocked by some residual THC. But not to worry, it moved out of the way partway through the song. And yes, it was Oliver. Oliver by Lionel Bart.
Lauren got it.
Pardon?
Lauren got it.
Oh, Lauren got it, and
others.
yeah, others got it as well. But we're pointing out Lauren because she's a really good friend of Not Over the Producer. Oh, she was the first one to post it. Oh, this wasn't favorite. This wasn't favoritism on your part. Okay, no, I got it. I'm in. All right. Now, I have a very special treat today on the Livingston Taylor Show. This has happened a few times before. This guest who's about to show up has been the most popular guest on the Livingston Taylor Show. And she happens to also be my absolute favorite sister. And her name is Kate Taylor, and here she is. Please make her welcome. Hi, Katie.
Livingston, brother.
So good to see you on the Livingston Taylor Show.
Well, it's a delight.
Here, come over a little bit
It's a
this
delight
way.
to be here
Yes.
with you and your beautiful people.
Yeah, my peeps.
I've missed you all.
Yeah,
Livingston, congratulations on 2 years.
2 years. It's 2 years of playing and of throwing down. on
Throwing
the
down,
Livingston
tossing
Taylor
it
Show.
down, and doing such a good job every single week. I guess after two years, you got it down now.
I think this show is going pretty well, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes I really don't have it very together, and the show is always a joy for me to do. But
Well, it's a joy for all of us, your audience, your rapt and ravenous audience. It's a joy for us as well. So thank you so much, and thank you for including me.
my pleasure.
I got a song.
Are you going to throw some tunes?
I hate to follow you because how do you follow Livingston Taylor? There's just no way. But and you've been out traveling, gallivanting around the country.
That's
playing
right.
songs,
Getting
singing,
strong.
singing,
That's
singing.
right.
And I've been
Getting
appearing.
rode hard.
I've been appearing nightly in my kitchen, and that's about it. So you are my victims. my fresh victims out there.
All right.
I've got him yawning already.
No,
Okay, so
no,
on-
excuse me very much. I was clearing my ears. My eustachian tubes were slightly blocked.
Okay, now this song
I would like
wrote-
that to get those eustachians, so I could hear you with the clarity
I
that
don't-
your
okay.
tunefulness deserves, Sister
Oh, thank
Kate.
you, darling. But,
Don't start with me, woman.
I don't know if I played this on the Livingston Taylor show or not, but I wrote this song. I was invited to play at the Guthrie Center in Great Barrington a number of years ago, and they happened to be the 100th anniversary of Woody Guthrie's birth. And so they were asking everybody who was booking in there if they would consider writing a song about Woody. So this is what I came up with. But I thought that it was also kind of appropriate for you and on the occasion of your second anniversary here. So he was a thin man with his guitar on a string. Just think of the song he got out of that thing. He sang of hobos and workers, train rails and rust, and the land and the nation and justice and dust. And if songs were diamonds, he had a hatful. If stars were the best of them, they had a sky full. If man is not perfect, he was a man. If a singer tells the truth, he sang. There were people who flocked and people who feared him, and people who mocked and people who cheered him. And what he said then still speaks to today. How far have we come since he walked this way? And if songs were diamonds, he had a hatful. If stars were the best of them, they had a sky full. If man is not perfect, he was a man. And if a singer tells the truth, he sang. And if you can measure a man by the truth that he tells, and where that truth rings, and where that truth dwells, this man was a giant. You can feel his reach in the songs our children sing. This man was a giant. You can feel his reach in the songs we the people sing. In the songs we the people sing. In the songs we the people sing.
Man,
Dang.
I'm loving that one, Katie.
Well, I saw Woody Guthrie. I looked him up. He wrote every song that ever was,
Yeah.
except for the ones that you wrote.
That's right.
So-
Except for a smattering the one, except for that one,
Except for this
and
one.
a couple that I wrote.
Yes.
Maybe a couple that James wrote.
Yeah.
Everything else,
We can count
he wrote
everything.
everything else.
He wrote
Everything else on the planet.
Everything else.
Happy
on that.
birthday.
Yeah. Did he write Happy Birthday?
No, he did not write happy. I don't know. Maybe he did.
So what
I
are you
do
gonna
not
do?
know.
What are you gonna do? You gonna do another one of these next week at this time?
No, it's not going to be next week. It's a couple of weeks now. Now that I'm back on the road, we don't do them every week. Oh
Okay.
no, we husband ourselves. We make it precious and quite remarkable. Anyhow, what we do have here though is we have a plug. Your mugs could have been a sponsor of the Livingston Taylor show.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I should sponsor this.
Yes.
My paintings
Yeah.
during COVID and before actually, I've been doing some painting. And
Yeah.
then my daughter Liz and she and I decided that it would be really nice to put them on a mug.
Yeah.
And so there you have it. This one is Sunset on Benempshire Pond, and this one is out back, outside Trudy's back window.
That's right.
So-
The osprey nest in
The
the
Osprey
field.
Nest, yep, that's it. And so these you can get on ktaylor.com /shop. So come on board and take a look at all the delightful things I have over there. And write to me, kate@ktaylor.com, and let me know what you think. So what else can I tell you, Livingston?
You can answer the unanswerable question for me. How is it possible that I love you so much?
Well, because of all that money I paid you before, okay?
That's right. That's right.
Well, I'm very proud of you, all the things that you do, and your producer, and everybody gets so much stuff done around here. Everybody's so productive.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very good.
Okay, well you can hang around because
All right.
I'm up.
I'll back up.
I got one song to throw. Ha 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 ho ho ho, and a couple of fa-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry-go-round of Oz. Rub, rub here, rub there, whether you're tin or bronze. That's how we keep you in repair in the merry-go-round of Oz. We get up at 12 and start to work at 1. Take an hour for lunch, then at 2 we're done. Jolly good fun. Clip, clip here, clip, clip there. We give the sharpest claws that certain air of savoir-faire. In the merry-go-round of You know, I think back up. I think about these 2 years. God, what a mess! What a mess COVID was. And now we're slowly, not quite, but we're moving, not out of it, but we're learning to live with it, and we'll learn how to incorporate it as just another bit of a pain in the ass, and it will be problematic for us, but it will be predictable and familiar, and we will handle it. I love how we come to these old places of accommodation eventually. And regardless of circumstance, always important to remember that eventually comes to a place of accommodation, and then it's in that place of accommodation, and then right there, when it gets to that still place, all of a sudden hope comes back, and there we are. And how better summed up than this song? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a You want a piece of this?
No, you do it. You.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, I'll wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops awake above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't All right. And again, our beautiful sponsors, WMVY. First Alert Fire Extinguishers and Fire Protection. But don't think they don't make smoke alarms too, because they do. And where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what they say. And that's the premise for a smoke alarm. Get out before the fire becomes highly problematic. And, of course, IRC, International Rescue Committee, rescue.org, worthy of all of our support. And now, singing my way, singing the Livingston Taylor Show into its third year. I say simply enough, it's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. We're out of time. We gotta go. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, I know. We're gonna turn on the tap and let it flow. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Thank you for being with me, Kate.
My pleasure, brother.
And I love you guys. I'll see you soon.